dear viewers of the National Television of Burundi, thank you for joining our programs and welcome to our English news broadcast. Without further delay, these are headlines. The Vice President of the Republic of Burundi, Prosper Bazombanza, this Friday took flight to Rome, Italy. He's going to take part in the enthronement mass of Pope Leo XIV, which will take place this Sunday. On Friday, the Ministry of Environment introduced plastic waste bins for public use. Citizens are encouraged to make proper use of these facilities to ensure compliance and uphold the cleanliness of the city. This and more is within this English news edition. Be with us from the beginning. Welcome again to this English news in details on the presentation alongside I, Evariste Nionguru. The President of the Republic of Burundi, Evariste Ndayishimiye, visited ongoing development projects in the political capital city, Gitega. Among the highlights of his visit, he met an entrepreneur who has developed a pump machine for irrigation, and he also toured a building under construction, the Polytechnic University of Gitega. This facility is intended to house the teaching staff and will also serve as a source of funding for this institution. Reported by Edide Irakoze, but translated by Fabien News.
Water source that devours Karera Quarter 1 and Karera 2, where a young entrepreneur named Cedric Nkurunziza has made a water pump which will help for irrigation during the dry season. The head of state, Evariste Ndayishimiye, has made a field visit to this young entrepreneur to discover the talents of this young and encourage him. Cedric Nkurunziza has demonstrated his skills in front of the head of state, where he demonstrated how the pump is functioning. After the head of state promised to support this initiative of this young boy who is needed financial support to develop his technology, he then advised him to develop this technology to the Rovieronza River. The head of state, Evariste Ndayishimiye, has also visited a building under construction which belongs to the University of Polytechnic of Gitega. This infrastructure will serve as an hotel to receive visitors, mainly teachers of that university, and will help to provide income to the university, as it was indicated by Silas Sayumwe, rector of this university. Silas Sayumwe, rector of Polytechnic of Gitega, thanked the head of state for his contribution to finalize activities of construction of that infrastructure.
Yes, we keep on our English news broadcast. The Vice President of the Republic of Burundi, Prosper Bazombanza, departed for Rome, Italy on Friday afternoon. He will represent the head of state, Evariste Ndayishimiye, at the solemn mass for the enthronement of Pope Leo XIV, which will take place this Sunday, May 18, at St. Peter's Square in the Vatican. In politics, in Buhumuza province, the electoral campaign for the legislative and the communal elections of the CNDD party continues. This Thursday, the campaign activities took place in Changuzo commune. The event was held at the Buhumuza Stadium, where members of the ruling party in the community in large numbers. In his address, the provincial secretary of the CNDD-FDD in Buhumuza, Gerard Barutwanayo, who presided over the ceremony, as the party members Bagumyabanga to visit households and explain to fellow members using a specimen ballot how to properly vote in the upcoming elections. In Ibuprona this Thursday, the Uprona party held its electoral campaign in Buhumuza province in Mwinga commune. Olivier Nkurunziza, the president of the Uprona party, urged Abadasigana and the Burundians in general to vote for Uprona and support its ideals in order to strengthen democracy. Jiva Ndayishimiye.
This first day, the Uprona party held a campaign event in various localities, including Buhumuza province, specifically in the Muyinga commune, in the presence of the party president, Olivier Nkurunziza. In his speech, Olivier Nkurunziza invited Abadasigana, members of the Uprona party, and the Burundians in general to vote for the UPRONA party. Some of the projects the party plans to implement for Burundians include the preservation of national unity and the strengthening of democracy. The president of UPRONA party also encouraged Burundians to support the party's ideals in order to reinforce democracy from the grassroots level. He further stated that UPRONA will fight against financial misconduct. During the meeting, the party president demonstrated to Abadasigana how to vote and introduced the parliamentary candidates from the party who are running in Buhumuza province. Olivier Nkurunziza concluded his speech by urging the Independent National Electoral Commission (CENI) to ensure that every Burundian who has registered receives the voter card.
Great. Let's now keep on our English news edition in environment. The Ministry of Environment installed plastic waste bins for public use this Friday. The Ministry of Environment, Water and Sanitation asked the residents of the city to respect the use of these bins, as the law will be enforced for the benefit of the city's sanitation. Marius Muhibo reports.
In order to help keep the city of Bujumbura clean, the Ministry for Environment and its partners, which are transforming these plastics, have voted this Friday here in the capital Bujumbura different public dustbins for collecting those plastics, such as bottles, to name as a few. The mayor of the capital Bujumbura, Jimmy Hatungimana, calls on residents of the capital Bujumbura to all use these dustbins. Those authorities have then visited the different units of transformations, starting by New Energy Plastics, Agasaka Plastics, and Nezegwa Investment Group. Here at Bulinga, a unit which is transforming those plastics is called NVP. Other units will soon sell their products at NVPH. The Minister for Environment, Prosper Dodiko, says those who are throwing dust in different corners of the capital Bujumbura should be punished accordingly. He also invited them to comply with the law. This campaign will also be done in the countryside. Those units will soon get partnership with the other banks and also grounds for stocking those plastics.
Before concluding our English news broadcast, let's now talk about health. A cataract surgery campaign titled March Toward Light is set to begin in August, aiming to help 300 vulnerable patients regain their sight. This initiative will be carried out by a Chinese medical team, according to the statement from the Chinese embassy in Burundi, delivered during a press conference held this Thursday at the ambassador residence in the city of Bujumbura. Reported by Elsie Ohor Kamkama.
As she has mentioned in her introduction, the ambassador of China to Burundi, Zhao Jianping, it is after the FOCAC summit in Beijing that took place in September 2024 and the one that will take place next June that she wanted to express herself about bilateral relations between China and Burundi. She added that after the discussions between Burundi President Evariste Ndayishimiye and his counterpart Xi Jinping after the summit, the respective countries' relatives have been put on a higher level on the international scene. Burundi and China share the same visions and are against unilateralism and promote a sustainable development and bilateral relations. Ambassador Zhao Jianping has added that from the FOCAC summit in September 2024, the bilateral cooperation has focused on the implementation of the cooperation for promoting the modernization that will cover development in industry, infrastructure, public health, human modernization. In infrastructure, the Bujumbura International Airport extension and the modernization activities are going on well and will be done by August 2026. And the Chinese team that will help to build the Foreign Affairs Ministry office will arrive August this year. And in electricity, after Zibazi and the Kikonke ban, it will be the turn of Mugere, and the 400 domestic photovoltaic kit will arrive by June this year. In agriculture sector, Chinese experts continue helping in the hybrid rice promotion and train youth in livestock and agriculture. In trade, after Uganda and South Africa, Burundi is the third country to be put on the list of countries to still reduce their tax tariffs. In health, 300 patients will be operated of cataract in August by Chinese medical team. And about the commercial trade war between China and the United States of America, here Ambassador Zhao Jianping has said that only peaceful and respectful discussions will end that war. Note that after that press conference took place, prize ceremonies of the Xinhua essays done by different students, civil servants, and journalists, and the prizes comprised laptops and other electronic material.
Thank you all for being with us during this news edition. This is and goodbye.